And when we talk about techniques for stress and attitude, we're talking about the same thing, you see, because if you're stressed, there's no way you can be in a good mood. You understand they're the same thing, right? So when I talk about your attitude and I give you techniques for coping with stress, that's going to solve the same problem. So I know you'll be interested in this short list of tips and strategies. And these are going to be things that you could do at work. So I'm not talking about going to do an hour exercise on the treadmill because you can't do that at work. I'm talking about techniques you can use in the office, and believe me, everybody will thank you for doing. They might see you doing them, but they're going to thank you for taking a couple seconds to do it because it'll put you in a better. It'll make you a better workmate. Is what'll happen. I haven't forgot about your mark. We'll get there in a second. Here are some things to keep in mind about stress and attitude. That one of the things that helps, it's a really good antidote for stress, and it's almost counterintuitive because when you're stressed, you don't feel like doing anything. You just want to go slug on the couch, right? And that's the opposite of what you should be doing. The antidote to stress, everybody, is movement. Would you please write that down? The antidote to stress is movement. Now, notice I didn't say exercise, but just movement. So if you're at work, thumbs up if you're working at home right now. I need a quick measure on that. How many of you are working from home? Thumbs up? About half? Okay. How many at the office? The other people, I assume? That's how I find out who's not responding. Okay, so about half and half. Good. And then maybe, did you guys tell me that Matt, are you on a two days in and 2 days out, or every other day?
It's yeah, we do a 2 week rotation.
Okay, yeah, I thought somebody told me you're on a rotation. So it is half and half. So if you're at the office, what does this mean? It means a quick walk around the building, or it means a walk down the hallway and back. Renee, the redhead, teases me here because I never stand still when I'm brushing my teeth. I don't know. It's just a thing I've been doing since I was a kid. I walk down. I find the. We've lived in different places. I've lived in different places. I walk down the longest hallway I can get to brush my teeth. Not in public, right? Or I'll walk around the room. I just want to move. Movement is really, really good for us. And we're talking about simple movements. Some of you might want to do this with me. This is a little isometric. All I'm doing, I'm going to be stretching my right shoulder because a lot of times I get stress in my shoulders. I can actually stretch my right shoulder by pulling. I'm waving at myself. So I'm going to pull this way with my hand. And now what's happening is I'm stretching my shoulder. Now I'm demonstrating this to you for a reason. That's right. You can do the other side. Excellent. Way to go, Christina. I'm doing this for a reason. What happens when I stretch this shoulder is I'm forcing blood into the shoulder. This is called oxygenating the muscle, right? And the reason I have stress and discomfort in the shoulder or inflammation in the shoulder is because I'm not moving enough. So I'm actually cheating. Instead of walking on an hour on the treadmill, which by the way may not help my shoulder, I'm forcing the blood in here right now, and this is going to help me relax and feel better, right? So it's a terrific technique. You can do it sitting down. And of course, you can do this with all parts of your body. You can do a deep knee bend at your desk or some isolated part of the hallway. Squats on the phone. I'm always moving on the phone, right? Squatting. The biggest muscle group that we have is the quads. And when you force the blood into the quads, every good things happen. So I tell people when I'm on the phone with them, my friends, I say, I'm panting, but it's not for the reason you think I am. And it's because I'm moving. I'm out for a walk. When you're home, you can actually go out. Well, it's getting cold now, but I often go outside for a walk. And I learned that if I'm walking at a good clip, I can walk a mile in 15 minutes. Just 15 minutes. So if I do that 2 or 3 times a day, I'm walking and talking, right? So movement is fantastic. It'll make you feel better. Please don't slug. You'll know. You'll start to feel it. You're not doing anything about the inflammation. Your head's getting heavy, right? Movement is the key. I also want to talk about things that you can take in terms of information that will help overwrite some of the negativity in your life. You may have a negative situation, a problem that you're working on. You may be having an argument with somebody, whatever. I want you to know that there are tools out there that can help you correct it. It's like a GPS. And what are we talking about here? And I want you to type it into comments when you're using one of these things. I want to see what you're using right now. Podcasts, for example, or a motivational quote of the day. They're really easy to find online. Or maybe you listen to a comedy, some sort of a comedian once in a while. You have a favorite comedian. Please type it into chat so we can all see. Maybe you like to read motivational books, right? Maybe there's a certain kind of music that picks you up. I'm interested. Please type it in. Dave and Chuck the Freak. I'm not sure I want to know what that is, Matt. The DJs?
It's on the riff.
Okay, very good. I don't listen to riff
Morning
much.
show.
I used to listen to it all the time. But radio, and those strangers, you've never met these guys maybe, but because they're talking to you, they brighten your day somehow. They make you feel good. A lot of people writing, what kind of music, Diane? Any particular kind? There's a Calm app, all kinds of apps where you can listen to meditative music, the sound of running water, like a stream outside. I like to go to sleep on occasion to what's called brown noise. Thumbs up if you know about brown noise. There's brown noise and pink noise. It all comes from white noise because every color has a frequency. There's a sound to my jersey, right? And it's calming. It's you're like it's like being in a spa almost. But you have to find the one that works for you. What's GNR? Take yourself off mute. Tell us GNR. Guns N' Roses? Seriously?
Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses.
Oh man, that is not calming music.
Diane and I may have had a concert a time or two in her living room.
Well, the truth is, if it reminds you of a time of your life, because Guns N' Roses is kind of off the charts now, but if it reminds you of a better time in your life, then, and I have that with certain artists, I'm like, yeah, it takes me back, even though I'm super young. It takes me back to a more pleasant time. It takes me back, right? So you have to find these tricks. I would add to this smells like potpourri. I see Anne. I didn't hear you when you answered. Anna P. It says on the screen. Lavender candles. Lavender scent is a very peaceful scent, right? Warm baths, all these kinds of things. I know you cannot take a warm bath at work, but anything that improves your attitude will make you a better work partner and make your day go better at work. But Polly, now that I'm thinking about it, warm baths at work would be a nice perk. I think you should bring that up at your next.
Yeah. We need I think a hot tub with some essential oils would work.
You need to bring that up at your next.
Road with a pool. We're trying to get in there, but we could add a hot tub.
You need to bring that up at your next important budget meeting.
It is budget time, so it's appropriate timing.
Yeah. Let me know how that goes when you put in their hot tub. All right. So stress and attitude. Thank you for your attention on that segment. We're going to open it up for Q&A here because I'd like to talk about live instances, live examples of what you can, problems that you're having that we can address in real time for you right now. So